What's going on, everybody? Kwaku here, back on another late night upload. You know how it goes with this 25 days things that I'm struggling very hard with coming up with ideas. That's why they're coming out so late. Today, I'm going to talk about optional features, an optional feature actually for Windows called Windows Sandbox. So what Windows Sandbox basically is a sandbox, quote unquote, environment that essentially lets you pretty much do whatever you want in the computer without it affecting your computer for the most part. Because basically, when you exit out whatever I have installed, such as Streamlabs OBS on Sandbox, whatever I have installed goes away as soon as I hit this X button. So it's almost, if you imagine, it's almost like a RAM disk, where in a RAM disk, because RAM, random access memory, is volatile, and so as soon as you turn off your computer, your RAM clears. You can essentially allude Sandbox to like the same thing as a RAM disk, where, again, whatever you do, as soon as you exit out or close down the machine, it clears. So in this case, like I said, if you hit the X button, Streamlabs OBS is going to go away. In fact, I'll show you that right now. So if I hit X right now, and it says, are you sure you want to close Sandbox? Once Sandbox is closed, all of its content will be discarded and permanently lost. Hit OK, and you see that, and you see my little Logitech thing that I'll minimize. So now if I try to go back into Sandbox, remember, Streamlabs OBS, I installed it on Sandbox. And I'll show you how to get Sandbox in a little bit. You see right there, Streamlabs OBS is gone. And when this little icon goes away, that's kind of Metro-like. They haven't updated it in a long time. I'll show you the settings folder or the settings application to show you that Sandbox, in fact, gets rid of everything. So in fact, let me see if I can actually do that now. Okay, so let's go to settings and then wait for it to load up. And then let's go to apps. Does it have apps? Does it have uninstall? So it doesn't have any of that at all because it's a very, very basic thing. So let's see if they have uninstall under the control panel. There you go, uninstall a program. You see that all that's installed is Edge. That's it. So what's it called? Streamlabs is gone because as soon as you close it, it goes away. So another thing too that you have to note with this, and I know I'll get a comment about this, is in fact, you want to know, can it run games on here? First thing is, I don't even know why you'd want to run a game on here when your overall machine is right below it. But if you want to run games on here, I wouldn't do it because the graphics are not very good. It only uses a fraction of your RAM. By comparison, I have 128 gigabytes of RAM. You guys don't even question why I have it. Don't ask. But this thing only has 4 gigabytes of RAM installed for it, and I don't know I'm sure someone knows a hack way to increase the amount of RAM that it uses, but in this normal instance, for anyone to normally install it, it only uses 4 gigabytes of your RAM, or somewhere around 4 gigabytes of your RAM. I'm not sure how it is if you have less RAM and things like that. I'm not sure what happens if you have 8 gigabytes of RAM, because none of my computers have 8 gigabytes. You can see that it runs Windows 11 Enterprise Insider Preview in the dev channel current build, and in general that. So if I go to apps, you can see that all the apps and stuff is there, startup and things like that. So you can see, and it also shows WDA account utility, WDA GU utility account, and it's a local account. It's not even a Microsoft account. Another thing, speaking of Microsoft account, it doesn't have the Microsoft Store at all. I think I've seen a hack online on how to get the store enabled on here. In my opinion, I don't know why Microsoft didn't just add the store to this environment, because one of the core things to do in Sandbox is legitimately to test applications if you're a developer, or to test things. Maybe you download it from your GitHub and you want to test it in an environment that won't affect your main computer. But for some reason, the store apps don't exist on here. So I'm not sure that. It still has task view, although I wouldn't use it just because of how little RAM you have. It's slow enough. You can see when I highlight, it's still fast-ish, but it's slow enough. Some things are missing from here. You can see how slow that animation was for this area. Whereas when I click it, it's just nice sweeping animation. This one, it just removes animations altogether just to, keep speed. Whereas if I click this, you can see that the clock, it just kind of pops up like that suddenly. Whereas this one, it sweeps in just like that. So you can see just like that. It's an environment to test, and you can download things with it. So if I open up Edge and I wait for this thing to load very slowly, And let's say I want to download, I don't know, I want to download Chrome. And then I know this thing's going to pop up, so I just hit download now. Let's see if I can install Chrome, and I'll just show you guys. Obviously, you know that you can install Chrome. And there you go. I'm going to install Chrome on Sandbox. And this does not, installing an application in Sandbox will not install it to your actual machine. It just installs it in Sandbox, and that's it. Because again, essentially you can imagine Sandbox being a RAM disk, and as soon as the RAM is turned off, it goes away, and that's it. So you can see Chrome is there. I'm just gonna ignore that altogether. So Chrome is running. So if I minimize, I can double click on Chrome, and now Chrome is open. I can drag to the top and do those full screen gestures and all that stuff. I can click this. I can do just about everything that Chrome does for the most part. So in a nutshell, that's Sandbox. And before I close out the video, I'm just going to show you guys how to actually get access to Windows Sandbox. So let me exit out of this real quick. First thing you're going to do simply is just go to your settings. Just go to settings, and then you're just going to type in optional features. So there it is, optional features. And it's a little wonky because Microsoft has like 3 ways to do 10,000 things. You're going to go to view features, right? And if you go to view features, you won't see Sandbox in here at all. It's very strange, right? Now, if you scroll down and you see related settings and you hit more Windows features, different from optional features, more Windows features, it'll say here you can turn features on and off. And this has a ton of features in there, such as Hyper-V, device lockdown and stuff. But if I go down, and you can see right here, where is it? Right here, under Windows Projected File System, you can see Windows Sandbox. If you check it off, there you go, you got Sandbox just like that. And just give it a second. Sometimes it requires a restart, but in a nutshell, that's it. You get Windows Sandbox, and you can do exactly what I just did in this video. This feature has been around for like multiple generations of Windows, but in a nutshell, that's it. That's Sandbox. So let me know what you guys think about this feature, and if it's useful to you, if you use it yourself. And if you don't, well, then you don't. But in a nutshell, thanks for watching. My name is Kwaku. Happy holidays, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.